Praise the Lord. It's not a good look. Thank you, Paloma. I know. Paloma's taking care of it. It did? It's fine. See, now we can sing Where My Dog's At. Dogs are just a domestic type of wolf. So that's not a good song. Because we will not be domesticized. I just made a new word. Domesticated. Domesticized. Listen, church. There's something about the story of Benjamin where someone wanted to give Benjamin a name that would change the course of his life. And the name was going to be a reminder of sorrow and pain. Christian messaged me this week and tells me that he's reading the scriptures, and the scripture says that God will give us a new name. He talked about Abram became Abraham. He began just reminiscing and saying, what does this mean? And so I called him Chuck, but he didn't get it. He says, what do you mean by this? This is the second time. I gave him a new name. You want newness in your life? And come to Jesus. He says, I make all things new. You want a real blessing? Don't ask for something that will run out. Ask for Jesus. He will never run out. Understand that you are in a war. And if you're in this house, then you're related to the father of this house and the mother of this house that are like Mordecai and Esther. You're related to the Hannahs of the house. You're related to the Ruths and the Naomis of this house. In this house, we have real prayer warriors. In this house, we have real seers. We have real hearers. And because you are in proximity to us, you are also in proximity to the one that wants to destroy us. Didn't get it. Because you're in proximity to us, you are also in proximity to the one that wants to destroy us. Understand that Esther was afraid to die, but she had no other choice. She had to go and sit in front of the king. Mordecai understood that he was going to die, but he had no choice to do what he had to do. Ruth and Naomi understood their predicament, but they still said, I have to glean. Understand that everyone that God gave a name to had to do something that God had assigned for them to do. And in this house and in this church, we are called Benjamites. We are called wolves that have a task to do. We are not the sheep that are going to say, bah, government, I'll put on a mask. Bah, government, I'll put on my shout. We're not that tribe. We're not the tribe of weak ones. We are the ones that will go to war. We understand our task. We understand our task. Our task is both earthly and spiritual. And God has surrounded us with a group of people who are distinct in nature, a bunch of different ingredients that are needed to make the recipe come to life. You're an ingredient, you're an ingredient, you're an ingredient. We all are pieces of ingredients that must come together in order for the recipe to be edible. Don't get stuck on for your blessing. Get stuck on going to get it. Don't get stuck on saying, I can see. Say, I want to see, because when I see, I'm going to follow you, and I'm going to change my life around. Don't get stuck. We are not in a place in this time that we're in, with the government that we're with the people that we're surrounded with. We're not in a time that we can cross our arms and sing Kumbaya. I am so happy I go to a good church. We are in a time where we must recognize that we must go to war and kill the fat man. With a double-edged sword. That's it right there. You saw what she just did? I said kill the fat man, and she began to produce a song. See, in this church, we will produce songs. Woe is he that has the gift and doesn't use it, that buries the gift.
Warrior Benjamin.
We must use it. You have the gift of writing, then write. You have the gift of singing, then sing. If you're a prophet, prophesy. If you're a dancer,